What if the person you trust most is the one causing you pain? I've cracked the code to spot a serial cheater before it's too late. Watch now to protect your heart. Is she a serial cheater? Let's delve into this. Trust, the cornerstone of every relationship, can sometimes be shattered by betrayal. It's a painful reality that many grapple with. We're about to embark on an enlightening journey, one that could potentially reveal if your partner might be a serial cheater. Stay tuned as we explore the 10 signs she's a serial cheater and how to prevent it. Sign number 1, she's secretive with her phone, but what else should you look out for? Let's dive into it. The first sign that she might be a serial cheater is her unusual attachment to her phone. She might always keep it on silent, take it everywhere with her, even to the bathroom, or suddenly change her passwords. If she seems overly protective of her phone, it might be because she's trying to hide something from you. Moving on to sign number 2. She frequently cancels plans. If your partner constantly changes plans at the last minute or often comes up with excuses to avoid spending time together, it could be a sign that she's seeing someone else. Maybe she's always busy at work or meeting a friend. Of course, everyone has to cancel plans sometimes, but if it becomes a pattern, it's worth paying attention to. And now, sign number 3. She's less interested in intimacy. This could mean both physical and emotional intimacy. Perhaps you've noticed that she's not as affectionate as she used to be, or she seems distant and preoccupied during conversations. These changes could indicate that she's emotionally invested elsewhere. Remember, these signs are not definitive proof of cheating. They're just potential red flags to be aware of. It's important to communicate openly and honestly with your partner if you're feeling insecure or suspicious. That's 3 signs down, 7 more to go. Can you relate to any of these yet? Moving on to sign number 4, she often changes plans at the last minute. This could be an indication that she's juggling multiple relationships and needs to keep her schedule flexible. Picture this. You've been looking forward to a quiet dinner at home, but suddenly she's called away on some vague errand and returns hours later with a flimsy excuse. This pattern of last-minute changes could suggest that she's not being truthful about her activities. Sign number 5. She's frequently unreachable. In the age of smartphones and constant connectivity, it's unusual for someone to be unreachable for long periods. If she often ignores your calls or messages and only gets back to you much later, it might be because she's occupied elsewhere. It's especially suspicious if she's consistently unavailable at specific times, like late evenings or weekends. Now, onto sign number 6. She's become overly secretive. She used to share everything with you, but now she guards her phone like a hawk and gets defensive when you ask about her day. It's normal to want some privacy, but excessive secrecy can be a red flag. If she suddenly changed her passwords or started deleting her browsing history, it could indicate that she's hiding something. These signs, while not definitive proof of cheating, can certainly raise some red flags. It's important to remember that trust is the cornerstone of any relationship. So if you're noticing these signs, it might be time for a frank conversation. We're more than halfway through now. Do any of these signs ring a bell? Sign number 7. She seems less interested in you than before. This is a subtle shift, but one you might notice, especially if you've been together for a while. She might not laugh at your jokes as often, or she might not be as interested in your day. She might even seem distracted, or as if her mind is elsewhere. Remember, it's not about one-off days, but a consistent change in behavior. Moving on to sign number 8, sudden changes in her routine or habits. If she's suddenly spending more hours at work, or has new hobbies that take up a lot of her time, it might be a red flag. Of course, people evolve and change, but sudden drastic changes could indicate something else is going on. Sign number 9. She's overly protective of her phone. If she's constantly on her phone, but gets defensive when you're around it, it could be a sign. It's not about invading her privacy, but if she suddenly changed her password or never leaves it out of sight, it might be cause for concern. Last but not least, sign number 10. She's less affectionate. If she's not as warm or loving as she used to be, it could be a sign. This could be less physical affection or even less verbal expressions of love and care. And there you have it. 10 signs she might be a serial cheater. But what can you do about it? Now that you know the signs, let's talk about prevention. The first step to addressing serial cheating, or any issue for that matter, is through open communication. It's about having those difficult, yet crucial conversations with your partner. Discuss your concerns, your expectations, and your boundaries. Remember, it's a dialogue, not a monologue, so listen as much as you speak. Next, setting boundaries is paramount. Boundaries define what's acceptable behavior and what's not in your relationship. They're your personal rules, your relationship's guiding principles. They can be about anything, from how much time you spend together to how you deal with disagreements. But remember, boundaries should always be set with mutual agreement and respect. Sometimes the issue may be more complex than it appears. Perhaps it's rooted in personal insecurities, past traumas, or other psychological factors. In such cases, seeking professional help can be beneficial. Therapists, counselors, or relationship coaches can provide valuable insights and tools to help you navigate through these intricate issues. Lastly, remember to nurture your relationship. Spend quality time together, appreciate each other, and keep the spark alive. A strong, healthy relationship is often the best deterrent against serial cheating. Remember, knowledge is power. With these signs and strategies, you can protect your relationship from serial cheating. To wrap up our discussion, we've journeyed through the 10 telltale signs of a serial cheater and explored effective prevention strategies. From sudden changes in behavior to secrecy and evasion, these signs are red flags in any relationship. Remember, the key to prevention lies in open communication, understanding, and respect. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant, stay strong, and most importantly, keep the lines of communication open in your relationship.